So our well has been acting funny when we've been watering the garden or taking a bath or anything where the water's running for a long time. We've noticed that it's kind of been surging. Uh, so Mallory made some phone calls today, and a guy basically said it's our bladder tank, and we don't know, or our pressure tank, and we don't know if it's a bladder or an air tank. So now I get to take this well house off that I built for it. So I'm putting some eye washers on with some structural washers so that I can lift it up with the tractor, set it to the side, and hopefully not tear anything up.
Alright, you're clear if you go backwards, but not if you go forwards.
Where's that cord going to?
I think it's the space heater.
Am I good on the height?
You're at an angle, so you're good on this side, but not on that side. Hey, you got power lines. So before we bought this property, this was the previous owner's idea of insulating the well. We built that well house. You can go back and watch that video on our channel, but this is all that was there before, and it is nasty. But we need to see what our tank looks like to kind of know what's going on and how we're going to fix it.
How come I always get the dirty jobs?
You're really good at the dirty jobs.
There had to have been like 30 trash bags with it.
Yeah. Another trash bag.
Yep.
Goodness. How many trash bags could you possibly put on this thing?
We should take a vote.
I'm not counting all these trash bags.
Oh, it's galvanized.
It's galvanized, which we think is a good thing based on what the well guy told me today. So that's a victory. Yes.
I don't know if it's supposed to sound like that. It's like kicking the tires.
Yeah.
So, read online that basically you got to do this every so often with these older style air over water tanks. It doesn't have an internal bladder. It just air and water just touch. So sometimes I guess the air gets pumped out into your house. So what you're supposed to do is turn the electric off to it, drain it, and add air to it until all the water comes out, or most of it. So that's what we're doing right now. And then once we get most of the water or all the water out, we'll close that valve and we'll add 25 psi to it, and then we'll turn the electric back on and we should be done. All right, so all the water's out of the tank. It was just when I plugged into it, it was blowing air out the faucet over here. So we closed it off, made sure that it's closed over here. This is just kind of a air valve, I guess. Now we're just going to put 25 psi in it. And it might take a minute because I'm using a little air compressor. And by a minute, I mean like 5 minutes. So we'll just tell you how it goes. Well, I'm sure you can hear it. I tried to put air into this. It's just like I don't know, a valve stem on your tire on your car. So when I'm airing it up, it's going in, but it's leaking. So I've got some extra valve stems out in the shed. I'm going to replace it and see if that fixes it.
So the valve stem broke and we had to go get a new one. We had to go all the way to town, which is about 35 minutes. So we are losing daylight quickly at this point. But hopefully we're just going to pop this on, air it up, and fill the tank back up. We will see. All right, we're airing it up. By flashlight.
It's old.
Needs to be at 25. We're right at 10.
Basically, the internet says if you quit airing it up and the needle doesn't move, then you're good. The other problem could be this electrical pressure switch, pressure sensor.
We're at 20.
That's 25.
All right.
Does it go to like 45?
All right, the water's running.
No, it's still at 25. See, it's climbing now.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to like fill it up till it compresses that air.
You can see the gauge is going up now as the water's filling the tank. Which is a good sign.
Okay, so the water, the well pump came on until the pressure got up to 55, and then it turned off. So now I'm going to open the valve to go in the house, and you should hear the electric sensor click as the pump comes back on, because we accidentally drained the house a little bit. Maybe we didn't drain as much as we thought. I'm going to turn the faucet on inside. Nothing happened? The pressure didn't go down? Well, that's good.
It's fixed. So before, the water stream would be like getting bigger and smaller. It was like pulsing. Now we've got a steady stream. The pressure was good in the tank. And for once, we fixed something without 100 other things going wrong.